Hey guys, Van Hammer here. Figured I'd give you a last little update of the Anix SG project. It's finally finished, and the ghost is back in town, so it's time to get this thing on the run. So we'll be changing camera angles here in a second to show you the finished miniatures and give the guys one more chance to tell me to fix something before I ship them off. Ghost, need anything changed to paint these guys? Let me know. And Anix, there's something you want changed? Let me know. I'll be right back with the camera change. Thanks for watching, guys. Okay guys, we've had a bit of a camera change, and this is what I came up with, Anix. Give a little spin around here so you can see what's going on. And what I've done here, Anix, is I've got your Master of the Forge and the servitors, and just a few little things on the everything. On the servitors, magnetized, and on the backpacks, on the heavy weapons, so not to destroy the details on the back, I've connected the two together so that now they just click into place. Oops, wrong guy. Sort of like that. I've also give you some random weapons here, combat arms. All of them should be virtually, except for like this one. This one's strictly this guy. The rest of them are, interchangeable. Yeah, same with this arm. This one's only, like this guy. The backpack for the priest here, or the tech guy, is also magnetized so that you could basically, if you're transporting him somewhere, take his backpack off, doesn't get tore up. And there's that. I've gone ahead and give your servitor, or your master here, a power weapon. It's fairly plain, but this is what I would give him most of the time anyway, is a hammer. But we sort of bring the priest up a little bit more, so the servitors, they're done, but like I said, it's not what we're here for, really. So let's bring the servitor in a little bit more, or the master in a little bit more, so you can see some of the details. Fix the Adeptus symbol on the shoulders. Modified the head, and the chest, and the legs. Both shoulders match. And details on the hammer. I know Ghost likes to paint the gems. I put several gems on him to sort of let him gem out stuff. But there we go. Hope everything meets what you need, man. Be right back. Oh yeah, guys, there was one other thing I wanted to bring up. I'm a few subscribers away from 1,000 subscribers. I'd like to thank you guys, man. I've never figured I would ever see anywhere close to this number of subscribers watching me do this stuff. Really appreciate y'all being around, leaving comments, passing stuff back and forth. It's been a great thing for me. I really appreciate you guys. And stay tuned. Have a little tip on the end, maybe. Like I said, guys, thanks for watching. And Ghost, welcome back to town. Get into the dance. Here we go, man. Let me know what you think. And Anix, I'd like to thank you for letting me be part of this project. It's really been fun. I know it's taken a long time, but I never was one for speed, so you know, built for comfort, not for speed. Thanks, man. We'll talk to you guys later. Okay, guys, here's your tip for the day. Working here with fur. What we got here is it's a wolf, dire wolf type, Phoenician wolf. Actually, what he's done, but it started out as a dire hound or something like that. I think some sort of demonic hound. It's sculpted in the ears and stuff. The furs added a nice big bushy tail. But what we're going to be showing you here today is the tip for this right in here. As you see, I've left this unfurred, but that doesn't necessarily mean that it would be like a different fur collar. It's just a smoother, silkier fur on the front part of his legs than on the back side of his legs. And you can see this in horses, like around the hoofs you'll see hair, but the legs themselves will be smooth. And like I say, real life, just sort of like a good instance, or for instance, like just a dog or canine type creature will go like an Irish setter. If you ever notice an Irish setter's legs, basically the front is a real fine, smooth fur, but on the back side you've got this little hair action going, the little tufts of hair that hang from the back of the legs, and it's really comes up with a fairly nice effect. And this is easy to accomplish. Basically what you'll do is with your pick, take your sausage of green stuff, stretch it on the back side of the leg, and you just basically, as you work your green stuff, you'll add in, to work it into the miniature. By pressing it in, it will leave little hair-like marks, like in here. So make sure you keep your tool wet when you're doing this, because if you don't, you'll just pull it off the miniature. But you just work it into the fur, up the leg until you match it up with the fur in the body, and you'll start getting a little effect like that. Flip it over, and here on the inside, it's the same way. You just take and let me be sure to stay in shot this time. This is the second time I've done this, by the way. Is you just work that fur down into position. Like I say, make sure your tool stays wet, and just match up with the fur that you have. And when you get a nice little ridge like that going, all you got to do is also keep it secure. But you'll take that little ridge, see where it's sort of like flat, and just indent your carving or your needle point type tool in, and you'll start picking up a little fur ridge. And I say when you get it on the back side, you don't want it to be too flexed, so all you got to do over here is just sort of drag it out a little bit more, and you'll get an effect something like that, which is, like I say, a nice little fur effect. And that'll be your tip for the day. Kind of a short one, but there's your little green stuff tip for making I don't know what that'll be called, but basically to make the little extra fur tickle thing on the back of the legs. Thank you guys for watching. We'll see you next time.